Hello, good morning everybody. So we are on the 23rd, this is 23rd of August 2019, and we'll start analysis by first looking at this GBP USD hours. I'm going to delete this temporarily, the indicator which I'm having on my screen. So this chart, just I realized that there's something very significant on this chart. Other than the fact that the overall trend is bearish, we actually have a shape which is just being formed, and then price successfully rose beyond it. There is this. This is a very good formation. A resistance, support, a resistance, a support, and then there's a resistance. So after this breakout, we just want price to come back up to that same place. We are waiting for price to try retracing back perfectly up to that level, so that we can continue buying it even higher. So if you are looking at this chart at the moment, you better be looking for buy positions around this level here. You better be looking for price to retrace perfectly, because as you can see, the same place which is being used as a resistance, somehow there's this big candle which actually managed to break to close above it. We want price to retrace back up to the same point, so that we can buy it up to the top, up to around this level here. So if you're looking at this chart and you want to trade correctly, be sure to look for buy positions and expect those buy to take price up to this level, which is this. The next best place to buy to wait for price is here. This is a major resistance. So other than that, we also have another one on the lower end, which is this. So if you successfully pick a buy from where I'm saying you're supposed to buy from, you should expect price to be going up to this level, or the next one is on top. So actually this should be here. That should be there. That's the correct place. If price breaks the immediate take profit level, then the next best take profit is here on top. So we'll move forward to Euro USD. So far this pair has been going just perfectly. As we mentioned a few days ago, we are still bearish, and also this one, there's a shape which price successfully closed below. We have that. This is a very good continuation sign. Anytime there's a price is moving in a particular direction, then it begins to consolidate. It either means we are continuing to that direction, or we are actually reversing to the other direction. So in this case, there's a reversal. Therefore, you ought to have sold when it retraced back up. If you didn't sell it there, we have this here, and then you also have another line from the bottom which is there. So after this breakout, which means we are still continuing to the last side, you need to look for sell positions. Ensure you look for sell orders up to this support, which is this. So hold on to sell position. If you sold it already, maybe you sold it when this was happening. Yesterday, you can remember, I actually said this was a sell, because on the 1 hour this was actually a very good resistance. If you sold it there and you're still holding on, expect price to proceed up to the next level, which is this 1.10292. So hold on to that sell from where the price is. Wait for maybe a retracement, then you pick a sell up to the next level, which is 1.10292. On the 1 hour, we are somehow looking at just the same thing. I'm going to delete this though. This trend line 1 hour, it doesn't look very good, but it's there on the 4 hours. So 1 hour, you can see this is a good support, a very good support, where the price actually attempted to close below. If you check first, you'll note that that's actually close below. We have this is a very good zone. I'm going to mark it like this. So you can see this was from 16th of August. We had a support, it continued up, it came back as a support, continued back, it came back as an attempt to break below, but it closed above, then it came back up, and then there was a false break. This was support. After this breakout, this is now a good sell. This should be a very good sell for whoever is looking for a trade at the moment. You should be looking for a sell around this level here. You want to trade this pair correctly, have your pending sell limit then your stop loss should be slightly higher around this level, and your take profit needs to be here, 1.10292. So you compare the risk to the reward. The risk involved is from this space up to this point, and then the reward is from this point up to this level. So the reward is of course much bigger. This is how the normal trading should be. Don't risk much more in any trade. So if you sell it there, fix your stop loss and then you take profit. So we move forward. USD JPY. This is also another good one. I actually noticed that price is actually consolidating around a good level. We have this here. The reason I'm disregarding whatever is happening now is because this candle is here to close already. It's not closing, it has not closed already. So we cannot say that it's going to close above. We only work with what has already happened. If this was a resistance previously, a resistance, it has already been established from the past that it was a resistance. It's highly unlikely, it will never change. Like what I'm trying to say is, in the books of records, this is the highest resistance which was seen in this week in the same year. So there is no other high. There is no other high. There is no other high. So this is the main reason why I'm actually disregarding whatever is happening at the moment. So as long as price remains below that resistance, the trend line which I've drawn, we are looking for a sell position. So the best actually is to look for a sell while price is still attempting to close above, but it can't close above. If it fails to close above by the end of this hour, then that will mean we are still perfectly continuing to the upper side. But if it closes below, assuming that by the end of this hour we actually find that price has gone beyond and has closed above, then that means we are likely reversing to the lower side. But as it is at the moment, we cannot conclude that this is upwards. That's why I'm insisting that we should look for a sell position on the first 1 hour. We actually have something else. 1 hour, you can see that somehow there's a close above, and then there's an inside bar, then there's an engulfing candle. So if you are looking at 1 hour, this is perfectly a continuation sign. It means that the price is proceeding to the upper side. If you are trading 1 hour, you better be looking for buy positions. So as much as I've said this is a sell on the 4 hours, on the 1 hour there's a perfect buy. 1 hour, the setup which we are having now, which is a break above, an inside bar followed by an engulfing candle, this is a continuation sign. So you better look for buy position and have your first take profit here. The next one should be around 110.00, and then the next one is 114.00, and then the next one is 114. Then we have 118, then we have 121. Those are the key levels to look for on this chart. So as it is, USD JPY 1 hour, you better pick a buy position now. Wait for the 1 hour candle to close, then you pick a buy immediately. We expect that buy to take price even higher. So we move forward, we move to the next symbol, and that should be SP500. SP500 is here. One thing which I keep mentioning about this symbol is that it should be traded alongside USD JPY. The two, USD JPY and SP500, actually are moving alongside each other. So if you see a good buy, the way I'm mentioning that there's a buy on USD JPY, ensure you confirm the same buy with SP500. Both of them should be moving in the same direction. The same direction means that if you're supposed to buy USD JPY, find the same reason to be buying SP500 because they're supposed to move alongside each other. We have this one. Then we also have this. So this is not good. So I'm going to leave this out. If it's not coming by itself, I'm going to leave it. So we'll leave that. It's not good at all. The upper one looks much better. This resistance which I'm having on the 1 hour actually looks way much better than the trend which I'm struggling to draw here. So what 1 hour on this chart means is that price needs to go beyond the entire zone, then should retrace back before you can pick a buy. This is what we expect, that the price should go above, retrace back, so that you can pick a buy from that point to the top, which means that the buy which we are seeing on USDJPY actually has not matured. We are yet to see the same buy on SP500. Therefore, if this is not giving us the same signal, we are also not going to trade the next one, the USDJPY, with the one which I've just mentioned is a buy. But if you're risk averse, maybe you want to try it out, you can still go ahead and buy the USDJPY, but ensure that you have your stop loss above the current 1 hour candle, below it. Sorry, if you buy USDJPY, have your stop loss below the low of the current candle, which is this. Just a second. Have your stop loss below this candle here, tight stop loss, and then your take profit needs to be here. So we'll move forward to Brent oil. So far, Brent oil has not been moving perfectly as we forecasted. The price keeps shifting. It's like it's not giving us a clear direction. But the thing is, the overall trend here is downwards. Therefore, if you are looking at this chart and you want to trade it correctly, I recommend you look for sell positions. So this of course we have levels where price needs to get back up to before you confirm that sell. But as it is, this is actually a sell. So I don't recommend you do anything other than that sell. We have a support here. We have another level there. So you can see from the past, this is the level here. Then we also had this. Then we had a support, a break. It retraced back. Somehow the price is below that level. So this is a sell, but only up to 52.84. A very good sell from within this zone up to the next level. So if you sell it there, have your stop loss above this candle. This is the safest. Have your stop loss there, then you take profit there. So the reason I'm saying you should have your stop loss here is because assuming instead of proceeding down, the price actually closes above, then that gives you the room to wait for retracement back before you can get out. So if price does not, assuming this happens, that instead of price bouncing off from this level and then moving to the last side, it actually closes above, and you had your stop loss here, you actually have some space to wait for price to retrace back to this level so that you can get out at break even. So we don't expect that to happen. We actually expect price only to come up to this level before it proceeds down. But if that happens and you have your stop loss above this level, then you better wait for another retracement so that you can get out at least at low risk possible. So we'll move forward. We move to our last symbol, and that should be gold. So far gold is bullish, as you can see. If you look at the weekly chart, you're actually very bullish. The price is proceeding massively to the upper side, and you can see we also somehow making higher highs. This is a higher high, this is even a higher high, and this is another higher one. And on the lower high, we see that there's like a higher low, another higher low, and even another higher low. And if the current candle can close like the way it is now, then it means this was another higher low, which means the trend is still continuing to the upper side. So you can notice from the past, there was a big move, then there's a green candle, inside candle. Look at the nature of this candle, how it looks, and then look at this candle. If the current candle closes the way it is like this, then that means next week we are still continuing upwards. Therefore, you need to continue buying it. So if you find that by the end of today, the current week's candle, which is this one, is actually inside the previous candle. What I mean by inside is the high of the previous one and the low of the previous one are extreme compared to this one. Then that means we are continuing to the upper side. So you need to look for buy positions from next week onwards. We'll be looking for buy positions. Of course, there are retracements, but we'll be looking for buy positions. On the daily we have this. This is some good support. 4 hours, the same thing, the same support. As you can see, it's very much holding. We have this previously a support, false break, a support, and somehow we are still upward. So this is a very good buy. If you are looking at this chart at the moment, you need to look for buy positions, look for buy orders, and if this happens, the price goes above, trace back, will be a very good place to look for a buy from. So we are not only going to buy because the price is there, but also because the price is heading to the upper side. On the weekly, we have an uptrend, and this is a very good support. If you don't buy it there, you can also wait and buy it there. This is a good resistance. We have this. So if you buy it there, expect price to proceed up to the top of 1537.50. So thank you guys, thank you very much. That should be the end of today's market overview. We meet again on Monday at the same time. So